Hey lovelies. So I'm over on Insta. Yay. And I'm here. So I've got a little I don't know if you can tell, but I'm slightly out of breath. I have a little confession to make that I've got this new webcam because I am broadcasting from my desk, and it's widescreen and it basically shows my whole room. And I don't know if anybody saw, I forget what her name is, but she's the one who does the things about real mums and the perfect Instagram posts and kind of running around trying to make everything look amazing. That's what I've been doing. I've just kind of been moving piles of shit from one place to another just to create some semblance of calm. And it's not because I want everybody to think that I'm perfect. However, this room does need a little bit of tidying up. So I just want to make that confession straight off the bat. So this, thanks for the hearts. Please say hello. Hey, Nicola, I feel like I've got you on Insta and here and Facebook, which is quite special. So I wanted to have a quick chat with you guys about quarterly reviews, and just to kind of ask you where you're at with things. So I know that it's the 5th of April, or is it the 4th? The 4th of April, so we're a little bit into April. Don't feel that if you haven't looked at your last quarter that it's too late. Nicola's just saying it was so weird. I'm watching on Instagram and Facebook Live, and now I've chosen one. Thank you. At least you're still here. That's good. If you haven't done your quarterly review yet, I really, really urge you to do it. It is absolutely not too late. Michelle's saying, I'm glad I don't have to video from my room right now. Exactly. I'm just kind of trying to keep it real. You can see kind of a naked Dolly in the back. I've moved the old curtains. Prefer you looking at me. Oh. Hey, Jenny. Steph, you're on Insta as well. Okay, so look, I want to talk about quarterly reviews. It's really, 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 really fucking important that you look at where you're going. So I think in our circles, a lot of the time, the focus is always tracking how much money that we're bringing in. And I really, really get it. I think that it's Pearson's law that says what we track expands. So what we focus on expands, and then what we track and measure expands infinitely more. It is massively important, hey Karina, for us to track what's coming in. But as business owners, entrepreneurs, people that want to make shit happen, it's not just about our turnover. So it's not how much money you take, but it's about how much money you keep. And I think that for a lot of us, sometimes it feels scary to look at our expenses, or we tell ourselves our money story that we are, that we're not good with Excel spreadsheets, we don't like the numbers, and we don't want to focus on that. And here's the deal. Hey, Kerry, if we don't look at our numbers, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot, we're absolutely shooting ourselves in the foot. So I haven't made it a secret that last year I made 6 figures, which was great. And it came as a little bit of a surprise. I didn't know if I was quite going to get there in December, but everything kind of happened, and that was brilliant. But just because I made 6 figures doesn't mean I've got a 6-figure business. It means I've got 6 figures of turnover. And so what I set the intention for this year was to make 100k net profit. And the reason that I'm on here talking about this now is because I have a session with my business coach later on, and we have a 2-hour session to do a quarterly business review. And the reality is, guys, if I didn't have this session coming up, I probably wouldn't have looked at all of my expenses, because she knows what my goal is, and she will want to talk to me about my profit. And so because I had this session, I decided I would have a look at my numbers. And I was a little bit pissed off to notice that I was 10k behind where I wanted to be. Now, I know that for some of you, these numbers will feel like, oh, they're really big, and well, 10k behind is, ridiculous. I'd be happy with that. But just suspend any judgment of what my numbers, oh, it's my sister calling me, ruining my Facebook Live. Suspend any judgment on where my numbers are and just think about how much you have set the intention to earn for the year. And if you have set an intention for turnover, that's fine. That's what I did last year. I encourage you, if you're clear on what your turnover was last year, some people won't be, but start looking at your profit, because as soon as you start looking at profit, I think that you step more into the realms of, okay, this isn't a hobby. I'm a serious business owner, and this is what I want to make in order to create the life that this is how much I want to keep in order to create the life I want to create, the life I want to live. And so, yeah, kind of don't worry about my numbers. Think about how this applies to you. How much money do you want to be keeping on a monthly basis? And, what I was really clear on is that I've had some very, very expensive months. It's like, Suze, you need to sort that out. And when I first looked at it, it kind of brought a little bit of anxiety to me. And I was a bit like, ugh. And then I got in the shower, which always helps me think. And I just started getting really, really clear on what does this actually mean for the remaining 3/4 of the year. Then what does this actually mean on a month-by-month basis? What does my profit level need to be? Okay, so how much extra do I need to be earning a month? And that was really, really helpful, because it just made everything so much smaller and so much more manageable. So the other thing that I encourage you to do is have your big vision and then break it down. Break it down into smaller steps, because it can often feel, overwhelming when we kind of look at the big picture. So just break it down into smaller steps and see what that means for you on a monthly basis. What did I want to say next? So with all of this thinking and kind of all of this kind of number analysis, it can be really easy for us to jump into scarcity mode. So it could be really easy for me to go, right, I need to stop all spending now. And that isn't helpful, because if I'm in that mindset of I haven't got enough, what does the universe give me? More of not enough. So, I will be spending £3,000 this month on my business coach and mindset coaching. I've got 2 business coaches at the moment. One of them I'm due to finish in May, and and I have a mindset coach as well. Karina's to say, March was an amazing month. I tracked every penny but was broke by the 1st of April. You are so on the money. I'm hiding and not looking at what my expenses are. This is on my to-do list this week. Yes, net profit 5k in March. It's a great way to end the mastermind. I'm pissed that I'm overdrawn. Yeah, it's so common, Karina. I think, don't get annoyed with yourself. Look at the overall picture. Know that if you've done that once, you can easily replicate and do that again, but be really, really mindful of your expenses. So where are you spending money that you don't need to be spending? Where can you reduce expenses? Now, the whole thing about the coaching for me is really important, because if I didn't have my coach and I wasn't having a session with her this evening, then I wouldn't have looked at my expenses in this way. The other big thing, so yes, I'm going to be looking at where I can reduce things, but I'm not just going to kind of go straight into scarcity mode. I'm not spending anything on my business. You absolutely have to invest in your business in order to get a return, and you have to invest strategically to find out where you're going to get those stretches. But the other huge thing that I will be doing today, once I finish with my client calls, is having a very, very clear plan of action for April, May and June about where I'm going to make my money, where I'm going to be asking for the sale, and it's really, I want you to be really, really clear that this week you will see me talking about messaging and, talking to your clients from the soul, you know, about how you can help them and how you can be of service to them, because obviously it isn't just about chucking up any offer that you're completely not aligned with just so you can try and make your bottom line. It doesn't work. I know that some of you will know, having tried to do that in the past, that doesn't work. You have to be really in alignment with the services that you're offering to attract, you know, your ideal clients in abundance. But having a really clear picture of where you can make your income, how you're going to make that net profit is also super important. And then following through, you know, implementing, asking for the sale is really, really fucking important. I think that too often, you know, I say faith plus action. And the faith is the journaling, the meditating, the seeing the highest vision of, you know, of yourself, the seeing the queues of clients coming around the corner, the seeing your clients getting amazing results. You know, that's the faith, that's the intention setting. The practical action steps are writing out how you're going to make the money and then showing up for your client and telling them how you can help them and asking for the sale, you know. And those two things have to be working in tandem in order for you to get to where you want to be. Now, I also want to make it really, really super clear that just because we've written it out and we've got that intention, that our money can come to us from a plethora of different places. And just because, or if it doesn't come from the place that we've intended it to come from, doesn't make it any less valid. So really be open to receiving from all places, but know that the action steps, the practical action steps that you are taking, show the universe, source, whatever you want to call it, the world, show the universe that you're open for business. You're ready to receive. And by taking these steps, you are showing that you are opening up. Does that make sense? So what I want you to do is have a look at the last quarter. Have a look at how much money that you brought in. Have a look at the things that worked well for you. Have a look at the things that didn't work so well for you. Have a look at where you can save money without going into scarcity. This is so, so important. Do not start do not start getting fearful and worrying about where the next penny is coming from. So therefore, I'm not going to spend anything, because that's not helpful. All you'll get is more of not enough. So, but just be sensible. So for me, I've got like 2 email software providers that I'm paying for. I absolutely don't need to. I need to cancel it. There's lots of subscription things that I'm on that I'm not using. All of those things have got to go, you know. And then have a look at where you want to be. So have a look at the next quarter and have a plan. What things are you going to be selling in April, in May, in June? Write out your plan and then start taking the action steps to make those things happen. Be implementing on a daily and weekly basis. So I'm going to look at Insta here. Tara's saying, since we last met, I reached out to a potential client to let her know how I'm available to help, how I can help and how she's available, which is cool. Oh, where have you gone? Have I just disappeared? Nope, I'm back. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, look, so I'm going to wrap it up because I'm hopping onto the phone in the next 10 minutes. Please leave your comments. Are you where you thought you would be for the quarter? Has this been a kick up the arse for you? Are you now ready to set the intention for where you want to be next quarter? Are you on target for hitting where you want to be for the year? And if the answer is no for any of that, have a play around and see what you can do to make that happen. And practicing what I preach, I've got 1 space left for the Monetize Your Message Mastermind. I'm really, really, really fucking excited. The 5 women that I've got signed up have massive, massive plans. And I feel honoured and humbled to be a part of those plans if you have got big plans for the rest of the year and would like some help in terms of your mindset, in terms of your message, and allowing that to come through in the strongest, most powerful way possible, as well as daily, weekly accountability to get your shit done, please message me to find out how you can apply for the group coaching. Right, my lovelies, mwah, have an amazing, amazing day. And as I say, leave your comments, let me know how this has resonated with you. Bye.